Hi, my name is Cindy and I'm starting Barcada's ABQ here in Albuquerque. I will be selling Filipino food through mobile apps and through catering. So Barcada's in Filipino means friends or group of friends. And that ties into my experience for cooking for everyone. You know, what sparked my passion here and seeing everybody's reaction here is gathering of friends and a community. And I thought that would be the perfect name. So I'm originally from New York. I moved to Albuquerque around 3 years ago. My dad and my mom are from Cervantes, Ilocos, which is in the northern part of the Philippines. And my dad went to medical school and he secured a job as a nurse at Cabrini Medical Center, which is in Manhattan. He was able to move my mom and myself to Gramercy neighborhood, which is a really nice area in downtown Manhattan. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. 8 years later, my sister came and my mom eventually got a job at NYU. My sister ended up going to the medical field and I was working a corporate job. I was working in the design and tech industry, and I got my second layoff and I came here after the pandemic. I really love this state and my passion has always been cooking for friends and family. You know, I really got to know the culture, I got to explore, and I made my own community here. And one thing that also made me passionate about growing a business is that in New York and a lot of big cities, there's a lot of Filipino restaurants. There's a lot of variety of different restaurants. And New Mexico on its own, they have really great culture. I think that they don't have a diverse Asian culture yet. And I really want to bring together the Asian community and help grow it and help highlight other ethnicities that are in the city right now. The niche market of Filipino culture is there. When I found my new friends and community here in Albuquerque and I started cooking Filipino food for them, looking at their reaction and seeing them so happy, but also pleasantly surprised that it kind of tied in with their culture. So I have a lot of Hispanic friends, and over here in New Mexico, they have a lot of just Spaniard influence for things, and I could see how Filipino food kind of ties into some of their cultural food. The Spaniards have colonized Filipinos for years, so we have Spanish in our food, we have Spanish in our language. So I think it's something that could be familiar to people who are used to eating Spanish food. And I just find that really funny that there is a common ground between my friends and their cuisines and their cultures. And I thought it would be a great way to introduce New Mexicans to Filipino food, because it seems like it's so familiar with other cultures, with Spanish culture. So when I was creating my brands, I was making my logo and I decided to incorporate the Filipino flag, taking the aspects of the sun and taking the Zia symbol, which is a sun as well, and kind of blending it together. So you have a fusion of both flags to represent where I'm at. I would love, when I open my business, for other Filipinos to come see it and get excited and see that there's an option for them. And then there's a place where they could go get food. It's outside of just cooking it in their kitchen. You know, from that, I hope to inspire other Filipino businesses to bring what they have to the table and show Albuquerque our culture. And that goes with other Asian cultures. Barcada's menu, our appetizer, is starting off with lumpia, and I think that is the most common food that people recognize in Filipino culture, and it's an egg roll. It's minced shrimp, pork, cabbage, water chestnuts, garlic, and they're all put together into a rice wrapper and fried. Making Filipino lumpia is really special for me when I make it with family and friends. It's a lengthy process, and when we're rolling the lumpia, it's a really bonding moment with me and my family, where we just sit at the table and we conversate, we watch TV together, or we just talk. And then we have the fried shrimp balls, which is minced shrimp, and it's wrapped in shredded rice paper. Our lunch plate is the lumpia